you may kiss the bride.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
In the car, I just can't wait to pick you up on our very first date. Is it cool if I hold your hand? Is it wrong if I think it's lame to dance? Do you like my stupid hair? Would you guess that I didn't know what to wear? I'm just scared of what you think. You make me nervous so I really can't eat. Let's go, don't wait. This night's almost over. Honest, let's make this night last forever, forever and ever. Let's make this last forever, forever and ever. Let's make this last forever. When you smile, I melt inside. I'm not worthy of a minute of your time. I really wish it was only me and you. I'm jealous of everybody in the room. Please don't look at me with those eyes. Please don't hint that you're capable of lies. I dread the thought of our very first kiss, a target that I'm probably gonna miss. Let's go, don't wait. This night's almost over. Honest, let's make this night last forever, forever and ever. Let's make this last forever, forever and ever. Let's make this last forever.
First, I'd like to start by welcoming all of you and thank you for being here today. Each of you has been invited because you're a special person in the lives of Jess and Chris. You're their friends, their family, their community, and you chose to be here today to celebrate their love and commitment to one another. My name is Marty. I consider myself lucky to have been invited today as a close friend to both the bride and groom. I was deeply touched when Chris and Jess asked me to officiate because it meant that out of all their friends, they thought I was the least likely to cry during the ceremony. But the jury's still out on that. When I talked to Chris and Jess about this wedding, they had an air about them. They clearly had all of the excitement that you'd expect from a couple getting married, but it was the repose. It was the level of tranquility that I've been having trouble describing. Despite the ambient chaos that comes along with the planning of a wedding and life in general, this all seemed like common sense to them. As most of you know, this day is about 15 years in the making. From the day in middle school when they met and and Jess became the only good reason for Chris to go to youth group, to planning this beautiful wedding, it's been quite a journey. It was clear when Chris stumbled into our lives freshman year of college that his feelings for Jess were nothing new. Before long, Jess became known around our house as his great white buffalo. After about a year of Chris droning on, we all finally got to meet the famous Jess. She showed up and fit right in. Once she left after the weekend, all the brothers were in consensus. Chris doesn't stand a chance. But luckily for Chris, that wasn't the case. Before we all knew it, they were fully committed to each other despite the 700 miles between them. The next few years brought lots of trips to the airport, trips back and forth from Lowell, and eventually they got their first apartment together. Chris and Jess have prepared their own vows, which they would like to share with each other. Chris, would you like to start?
Sure would. As you know, I'm always looking forward to something. It keeps me happy and motivated to get through every day with something on the horizon, be it a party, wedding, whatever. The only problem with this is sometimes there's nothing significant on the horizon for months out. And before we were together, during these periods, I used to get a little bummed out with nothing to look forward to. That's over now, because now every day I get to wake up next to you, and that's something to look forward to every day. That's something I know I'll always be grateful for, and something I'll never stop loving you for. I promise to never let you forget how much I love and appreciate you. I promise to give you constant support in everything you do for as long as we live. And I promise to dedicate my life to being the best husband I possibly can, because you deserve nothing than the best. I love you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of our life together.
I have to talk into this. Chris, we've known each other for a long time, more than half our lives at this point. I'll never forget when we were teenagers, my friends, some of them standing up here with me, and I would often talk about how you are such an amazing guy and how you're going to make some girl so happy one day. At the time, I had no idea that girl would be me. I think you knew. You've consistently been such a solidly good guy over the 15 years I've known you. You show all your loved ones how much you care about them with your willingness to drop anything and everything to help when it's needed, no questions asked. You treat strangers with kindness and respect. You're truly an exemplary man, and this world would be a much better place if every man strived to be someone like you. You constantly remind me of how lucky you are to be with me, but it's really me who's the lucky one. You don't only just say that you love me, you show it with your actions every day. I've never once had to question how you feel about me, because you make it crystal clear. As for our future together, I promise to cook your favorite meals for you as long as you promise to clean up. I promise to be your navigator as long as you promise to drive. I promise to do all the things you don't want to do as long as you do all the things I don't want to do. We've been a pretty good team thus far, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I promise to continue to work on myself throughout my life to be the best partner I can for you. I'm confident we'll be able to change and adapt to all the challenges life throws at us. And I love you with all my heart, and I cannot imagine spending this life with anyone other than you, my best friend.
As a symbol of their love and commitment to one another, Chris and Jess will now exchange rings. Will our ring bearers please present the rings? His finger and repeat the words I speak. I, Chris, give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
I, Chris, give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
And a reminder of the commitment we made to each other on this day.
And a reminder of the commitment we made to each other on this day.
And now, Jess, please place your ring on Chris's finger and repeat the words I speak. I, Jess, give you this ring
I just give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and a reminder of the commitment we made to each other on this day.
and a reminder of the commitment we made to each other on this day.
Chris and Jess, please join hands. Do you, Chris, take Jess to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I sure do.
From this day forward, from this day forward, to have and to hold, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Jess, take Chris to be your lawfully wedded husband, from this day forward, to have and to hold, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish as long as you both shall live?
I do.
You have declared your love and commitment for one another in front of your family and loved ones. And now, will you all please join me in welcoming Chris and Jess as husband and wife? You may kiss the bride. Just like broken glass to me.
Imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, no, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, what a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. Yes, but what a shame the poor groom's bride is all.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool
shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your demons, and all the non-believers, the plans that they have made? Because one day I'll leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade.
Thank you. Hey everyone, I want to start this off by thanking everyone for being here today, as well as thank the family, friends, and staff for all the work they've done to make this happen. This is a beautiful day. You all did a great job. My name's Tristan. My name is Tristan Rath. In case you don't know me, I'm obviously the best man. If you couldn't tell, I'm standing right next to Chris.
Hello. I'm Charlie, the other best man. And as one of Chris's best friends, we thought you could understand our relationship and our friendship from starting off from the beginning. The first time I met Chris actually started off pretty bad, like most times I hang out with him. I must have annoyed somebody because I got hit with family jewels, and in my 12-year-old mind, I thought maybe I could just skip gym class and go to the nurse. So where behold, Chris is there, and looking healthy as can be. I mean, I didn't know why he was there, so I just started chatting him up, like, hey, what's up, man? And you asked me why I was there, and I was like, oh, you know, I got hit in the balls. And then when I asked him why he was there, he looked at me like a badass and said, I want to get out of social studies. And now look at Chris. He's a history major. He got a bachelor in history. This is the American dream rap.
Chris and I's relationship started when I walked into our class on the first day of school, late in course. And I was told that Chris myself, God damn it, I hate this kid. But I love it, because we're obviously great friends now, and we've had great times in that class together, after we really got to know each other. Sometimes we tormented other kids in our class, and by that I mean I would do stupid, funny things in class, and Chris would be my audience, and laugh. But I would really love to go back in time, and to that point, and tell Chris what his future looks like. Like, hey kid, you want to hear about your future? I got some good news and I got bad news. The good news is you're going to marry the girl that you had a crush on forever. But you know that kid you hate, Chris, over there? He's going to be one of your best men. But don't worry, you'll have another best man. But he's going to miss the rehearsal dinner, and just barely got here. Chris would probably reply, that's not too bad. So then I would tell high school Chris his biggest fear, and that he'll be living with his parents and little sister again at the age of 27.
Chris is such a great friend. He's always been there for us, everything, dropped everything when we asked. And even when he joined a fraternity, he would invite us up almost every single weekend to Lowell, and he basically made us feel like part of the group.
Yeah!
And he really made us feel like part of the group, and we had to repay him somehow. So for his birthday, we decided to give him the best gift of all.
Adam, would you please pick up Exhibit A? After searching for hours on MySpace, we found the worst picture of Chris in the world, all over the internet. I dare you all to search.
We made over 100 flyers of this picture. And then we put them in every nook and cranny of that frat house, to include, but not limited to, all the appliances of that house.
And we handed it to every single person that walked through that door.
It was a harmless prank, until someone preheated the oven the next day and almost got the house on fire.
We truly spared no expense.
I'd like to add that I'm really proud of Chris for marrying such a nice girl like Jess. She is really a great person and does a great job taking care of Chris. Because we all know his parents can't take care of him forever. And that Chris is pretty useless when it comes to taking care of himself. For example, on our annual camping trip, and all I see him eat is pretty much nothing besides Chef Boyardee cans, and where he managed to fall off a cliff 3 times in one night. Thank you. Really appreciate that. If only Jess was there to take care of him, maybe he'd fall down that cliff once. And maybe she'd a real me. We are so happy to have Jess join our interesting group of friends, and I look forward to more double dates with you two and checking out all the local breweries.
And to you, Jess, you look so pretty in that dress. It looks a lot different from the pants you usually wear in this relationship. I was having my weekly South Park party, and before the episode, Chris with major excitement said, I just kissed the biggest crush that I've ever had. And if my memory serves me right, it was on the beach, right? It was super romantic, on the beach, with the ocean. I'm telling you, it was so heartwarming when he was telling the story. Everybody was getting teary-eyed. I'm just kidding. We told him to shut up and stop being such a person.
Let's have applause for all our speakers. That's an applause for Jess and Chris. Winner of the third show.